After targeting Sonia Gandhi over travel expenses using an RTI query, it's time now for Narendra Modi to face the RTI heat himself. Vadodara-based RTI activist Tripti Shah has now come out and alleged that there has been no response to her 5-year-old query on Modi's travel expenses. Tripti has said that while some of the questions were answered, there has been no response by the Gujarat government on the specific query of the travel expenses incurred by Modi and his ministers. Tripti Shah said that she filed an RTI application way back in June 2007 seeking the travel expenses incurred by Modi and his ministers for travelling to 27 places for attending the Women's Empowerment Sammelans, which were organized by the Chief Minister. Let's listen in to Tripti Shah now.
I had asked an RTI application to the Chief Minister office that you are organizing Mahila Sammelan in 27 places. From where have you got this budget? They have given some expenditure that comes to about more than 5 crores of rupees. But the specific question under the RTI which was asked by me, that what is the expenditure of your traveling to the 27 places of Gujarat? Most of them you travelled in helicopter. This information is not given to me till to date.
Sanjay Jha, political analyst, now joins us for a perspective on that. It's RTI's flying in the faces of people. Now Narendra Modi is faced with an RTI, a query which the government of Gujarat hasn't replied to. How important is it for Narendra Modi at this stage, while they are targeting the Congress on that, specifically Sonia Gandhi, to answer that question?
Honestly, I think, it's about time you had people being questioned, make allegations, very, very casually, because it's not about making allegations, it's about ensuring that your own house is in order. I think whether you make an allegation or not, end of day, everyone has to be scrutinized with the same yardstick. I think, I was reading in detail about what Tripti Shah has mentioned. They said we don't even have records available. Now, this is a chief minister who is going to town claiming that he is a model of governance, but this is a state is being run. So I think these are crucial times and this is not just about an election campaign, although the good part is that when an election campaign happens, a lot of dirt really surfaces because people do look around for an opportunity to question you in case they find that there are weak points or, the sweet spots that you're not able to defend. And it's very valid query because end of day, if you notice the entire campaign of the BJP and especially Narendra Modi in his PR campaign has been talking about development, transparency and governance. And as you can see, it's conspicuous by its absence. And this is just one amongst the many issues which have been raised against Modi. It's about land being given to corporates at ridiculously subsidized rates. There has been talk about an SCZ which was given to a very prominent group from Gujarat and which was then later on sold to other parties at a ridiculously inflated rate, and even an IPO happened. I think a lot of these issues will surface and Mr. Modi needs to give an explanation, and the people of Gujarat need to understand that you can't be misled on just some statistics and tall talk.
Alright, and perhaps this is just the beginning. Sanjeev Srivastava, political analyst, is with us in the studio. Sanjeev, one RTI against the other. Do you think the Congress party was perhaps expecting this? That is why we've seen Sonia Gandhi make no mention of the allegations that Modi has put against her using another RTI application.
No, I think the RTI issue is that anybody who is in office, any government anywhere, they may make all the right kind of noises about transparency, accountability and letting people know more and more or involving them as much in terms of sharing information. But push comes to shove, none of them actually wants to divulge much because governments, people in power per se are secretive. They really want a veil of whatever is the opposite of transparency always thrown up on whatever their deeds are. But I think coming back to Sonia Gandhi's speech, I think it was a fairly tactical speech. She never once mentioned Narendra Modi by name. The idea was again that she's a national leader. She doesn't want to bring herself down or whatever in a direct contest with Narendra Modi, because she also realizes that in a direct face-off with Narendra Modi, she and her party actually turns out to be the loser. So she very cleverly stayed out of that issue. She didn't pitch herself against Narendra Modi. She didn't make any direct attack on on Narendra Modi's record on the issue of Gujarat riots, or she really did not harp at all on 2002 this time, which was very interesting. She always, all through a 22 minute speech, talked about issues of governance, issues of what, pointing back to what the Congress has done for the state.
Right.
She raised the issue of FDI in retail, which is of course one of the big debating topics in the country right now, that how it will be useful to the farmers. Remember, she was in Rajkot, Saurashtra is a big farmer belt, so she was addressing that constituency. She was also talking about what all the Congress has done for Gujarat in the past and how the central funds are coming in big amounts in Gujarat. So she was also trying to somewhere take credit for whatever development work is happening there. I think it was very clever, and very interestingly, she was not trying to give any opportunity to Narendra Modi to make this election 2012 again some kind of a polarizing, divisive issue as a Hindu versus Muslim or a minority versus majority. Even when she listed down the support base of Congress, she very intelligently and cleverly pushed in Aqliyatein or minorities somewhere in the middle, Dalit, Adivasi, Pichde, Aqliyatein, and she was more particular on issues concerning Ambedkar and Dalit, how Dalits are being targeted, violence against women. So she's trying to spread the Congress umbrella wide for all the backward, disprivileged to come and unite under it. So and I thought pretty smart.
Absolutely, and she did not focus on that issue that everybody was looking at, that RTI application that was used by Narendra Modi to target Sonia Gandhi specifically about
that issue if she had answered it.
Yes.
Otherwise, she would have again walked into a trap.
Absolutely. She did not bite the bait, as many would put it. So clearly, Sonia Gandhi refraining from speaking on that. Sanjeev and Sanjay Jha, many thanks for joining us this morning.